Hello everybody, welcome to Sky Factory 3. This is Inferno, and as you can see, I've got the googly eyes, and there's a book coming at my head, so that's fun, I think. Right, so let's just get on into this pack here. First things first, break some of these leaves, try to get ourselves a sapling. Anybody that's unfamiliar with these skyblock type maps, basically what we're doing is we're in a complete void world. As you can see, there's nothing down there. Nothing but the deep void. You can take my word for it, it's not a fun place to be. I've been down there a few more than I'd like to admit times. But hopefully we won't venture down there today. So yeah, the whole thing revolves around, we're on a tree and a single block of dirt, which should be right here. Yep, and that's it. So we've got a sapling, which is good. That's our lifeline from complete and utter death. Go ahead and make these logs into planks. Make ourselves a crafting table. This pack has Tinker's construct, so we can turn our crafting table into a crafting station. Since this is a 1.10 pack, they still, the items, if you leave items in the vanilla crafting table, when you exit out of the table, if you don't take the items out of it first, they just kind of explode everywhere, and they're gone. Especially in this beginning stage, where there's nowhere for them to land, they just fall down there, and that's it, they're gone. Goodbye items. So the tool station prevents that. That's why I like to use those. And we put it down there so that it's nice and flat. We're not trying to do any gymnastics around them. Oh, okay, I got a couple saplings. That's good. That little trick there, where everything kind of breaks at once, or right here, is the ore excavator mod, ore excavation. Or in the older Sky Factory packs, it was the vein miner, they called it. Basically, any block that's the same type that are touching, either on the sides or the diagonals, if you activate the vein miner key, it'll just break them all at once. The downside is it consumes hunger based on how many blocks break during the vein mine or the ore excavation operation. It takes hunger. The more blocks you break, the more hunger it takes away from you. So you got to keep an eye on that. Another nifty little mod is this twerking mod, where you can see I'm just basically crouching and standing up repeatedly. It's causing the bone meal effect on the tree there, which will cause it to grow significantly faster than vanilla, which is super cool. Oh, let's get what we can see. And the reason I kept on kind of twerking there is I've got a macro set up on my keyboard that just hits the spacebar repeatedly for me, so I don't have to exhaust my fingers to do so. It can get kind of annoying after a while. It's kind of neat and fun first few 100 times, and then it's just kind of a pain. So I set up a macro to do it for me. And we're just going to build out a little bit of a platform here, something to stand on. Give ourselves some space, something to catch the drops off these trees. Also, the less stuff that falls off in these early stages, the better. You'll also notice when I do the vein mining, the items kind of clump together as they break all at once, which is a vanilla thing. If you start chucking stuff on the ground individually, they just kind of stack together like so. But then it also it tends to suck in towards you, kind of wherever you're standing, whatever the block that you're breaking is where they tend to migrate to. Usually, not always. So it's not a guarantee. It's just it's a suggestion. So let's just keep going here. I like to make this platform a little, not super big, a little bit. Go about let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should be good. We'll go 8 blocks out on each side from the center, which is this block of dirt. Actually, I think I miscounted there. The other thing to note in this version, or at least the configuration on this mod pack, in order to do the vein miner, you have to have something in your hand. It doesn't matter what. I can use this stack of saplings, or I can use this apple, for instance, to break all the leaves. As long as you got something. Open hand doesn't work in the configuration. You can change that, but the way it's set up by default, which is what I'm running here, it doesn't. Just something to keep in mind if you're playing this yourself. You're going, man, he said I could do that and it's not working. I don't know why. You lied to me. I'm not lying. It's just one of those weird things. Break this tree down. Actually, when I'm thinking about it, there's another tool included in this mod called the crook, which looks like this. Basically what this guy does is when you break the leaves off of the tree, it increases the amount of drops that come off the tree by a rather large amount. So normally if you break a tree like this, normal size tree, in vanilla you might get 2 or 3 saplings. With the crook you can see I probably got like 10 off that just standard size tree. So it definitely helps out a lot. Next thing I'm going to do, just make a little chest here to hold some of this stuff that I don't want to lose and or don't need clogging up my inventory, like all these books. This is the achievement book for the mod pack. I'll explain that here in a little bit. Don't really need this torch right now. We're kind of stuck in this small central location, so we don't have to worry too much about mobs. Actually, we don't have to worry about them at all. They can't spawn within like 20, 24 blocks from a player, I believe, at least in single player. The rules get a little fuzzy in multiplayer, but we're not doing that, so. Alright. So this was the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I thought so. Miscounted just a little bit there. Go ahead and try to get our perimeter set. And then we can just fill in the gaps. And we'll be good to go. So that's 8 that way. 2, 3, 4. 4 more this way. Connect these sides. Can I reach that? Oh yeah, I can reach that. No problem. 2, 3, 4. And we'll connect this side. this way. That's 4 that way, 4 more. And we'll just keep going this way. I don't think we're going to make it, so just go ahead and put those here so I can get back over. And the sun's going down. Go check out the sunset real quick. The sky texture in this pack is super cool looking. Get all these planets and clouds and sun, and I don't know what that's supposed to be, but it's kind of cool. So yeah, that's our goal. Number 1 is just to get our platform built out, get ourselves a little breathing room. Lots of twerking, lots of breaking down these trees to start off with. Maybe a stack and a half, 2 stacks of these planks here should be getting us pretty close to being done with that. So twerk, twerk, twerk. Twerk while the sun's going down. Twerk all night till the sun comes back up. Make another crook. Oops. Yeah, you can see my hunger's going down really quick because of the all the vein mining. I'm just gonna call it vein mining because that's what it originally was, and that's just what my brain wants to say. No offense to any of the mod authors for the ore excavation. Just one of those things that's stuck in my head, man. So yeah, anybody that's new to Minecraft, you'll notice I'm pretty much looks like I'm standing on the next block in the middle of nothing. If I go to third person, you can really see it. I'm just kind of standing out in the middle of nowhere. But you can also notice I'm crouching. And what that does is prevent you from falling off the edge of a block, which comes in very, very handy in this type of situation. It's also good in just vanilla if you're like climbing the side of a mountain or something, or in a cave, a big trench, like a big cavern. You don't want to fall down off the edge. You're kind of tiptoeing around the edges, just kind of shift and hang on for dear life. Getting there, getting there, getting there. Maybe another stack. Eat some of these apples while we're twerking the trees. Like the lighting effects. I guess that's supposed to be like Aurora Borealis out there. It's kind of cool looking. All the star textures and stuff are pretty neat too. Always been kind of into, not really into astronomy, but definitely amazed by just going outside looking up at the sky and the stars and stuff at night. It's just always been something I've found neat. Alright, so now I've got a little bit of wood. I'm going to go ahead and make 4 of these, make the same pattern, and get a compressed crook, which is the same thing, except for it's, I don't think it increases any drop rates, but it just has significantly more durability. Lasts a little bit longer for your money's worth. At this point in the game, money's worth is anything that you can do to save materials or get more for your materials is going to benefit you greatly. Or at least get you there quicker, save some time. You don't have to do any of the compressed stuff. It's just going to take you a little bit longer to get where you're going. Not that I'm in a hurry, but efficiency is always a good thing in my book. Let's make some more planks. It should be plenty. We should get this done, no problem. Whoa, 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 whoa. See that? I almost ran right in that hole. That would have been not cool. Well, let's see. Might actually run a little bit short here. Let's see. Fill this in. I'm gonna leave a hole here. I'll explain that a little bit later. Actually, just here. Probably here just in a minute. Just kind of concentrating so I don't fall in this hole. I don't want to do that. Yeah, as funny as it might be to watch, it's kind of heartbreaking when it happens. 2, 3. Yeah, I want to leave a 3x3 hole. So we can we're gonna fill that up with some sieves here in a minute, which are gonna help us start to collect some resources to help us progress farther into this mod pack. Knock this tree down. I'm also kind of hoping it rains pretty soon. Normally that's not really anything special in Minecraft when it rains. Usually it's just a pain in the butt because it's noisy and it's harder to see and stuff, but I need it to rain at least one time for a few minutes to get water so I can have water. It's good to have water. 2, 3. Okay. Right. I'm also gonna break this one out. Oop, it's gone. Oh well. Alright, let's twerk a tree. It's such a gay name too. I didn't make it up, and that's what it's called, so that's what I'm gonna call it. That's probably not what I would have picked, but it is what it is, so that's what we're gonna call it. And let's do 2 or 3 more here real quick, just to get the materials we need to do the next phase of construction here. And look at the beautiful sunrise. Even in Minecraft, the sun coming up is an amazing thing. Get a little bit of ambiance music in the background. I've got that on just because it kind of feels bland with no music besides just me talking around here, but if you guys don't like it, just leave a comment below and we can turn that off, no problem. I'm going to keep a few of those. I need to make some sticks. Probably more than that. Let's go. Let's just get a full stack. Half a stack. My math ain't working today. So what we're going to do is make let's go with 18 of these. Probably going to need a few more of those in the future, but oops. These are the wooden barrels. This is what we're going to use to catch some water and also do a few other things. I'm going to put a fence around and leave a space to get to these things on both sides. So right here. Or I want to do, yeah, that'll work. that'll work fine. I wanted to do 16. I don't know why. It's just kind of something I picked when I first started doing these kind of maps. And it stuck, so that's what we're doing. I need 12 more, right? 12 more. Still not quite enough. That's alright. 4, 2, 3, 4. Get some more trees. Munch on some apples. Fill up this life. Get these barrels finished up here real quick. And two more trees should do it. Especially if I get one of these mega monolith trees, that would be cool. They always seem to happen when you don't need them, but that's just Minecraft logic for you. RNG, if you will. This one's taking a while. It might be a big one. Nope. Nope. Just a regular one. Just a regular ass tree. Alright, let's see if we got enough now. Need 5 of those. Is this gonna work? Yeah. Just enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 8 slabs. I want to cover up half of these barrels. That's 8. Perfect. Oh man, this is working out just grand. And I also want to make some sieves. This is what we're going to use to fill up these holes here. And we'll explain that here in a little bit. I want to cover up these. Basically, once it rains, these ones that aren't covered up are going to fill up with water, which is good because we need some water for making infinite water source, so we don't have to worry about the rain anymore. And then a few extras just to do some other things in the future. And then we'll cover up these because what we're going to end up doing is putting plant matter, leaves and saplings and such into these barrels, and they're going to decompose into dirt. We can start making dirt. And dirt is the key right now. Once we get dirt, we can start doing some real Minecrafting, if you will. Anyway, this is a good place to stop for now. We'll come back next time and get some dirt going, fill up this hole. We'll explain what's going on with that. Probably get some fences up just to give ourselves a barrier so we don't just accidentally fall off the edge. And yeah, it'd be great fun. So everybody have a good day. We'll see you next time. And yeah, goodbye everybody.